fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. It's Sunday the 29th of January 2023. I hope you are enjoying your weekend. This is the Observer Sudoku. You have the edge on me at the moment because I have absolutely no idea what level this particular Sudoku puzzle might be. For you, it's another kettle of fish, though, because you should have observed the level on the thumbnail or in the title of the video, because I always try to give it a rating of my own. But I have no idea. So it could be an easy level game or medium or hard level or whatever. It's an interesting shape, though, isn't it? I'm trying to decide if it looks like a bell or a Christmas tree. Maybe those are related. Anyway, it seems to be the wrong time of the year. You're a bit late, observer, with that one. Anyway, I noticed that in Memphis, after the horrific events there a couple of days ago, they have disbanded the Scorpion unit, this so-called elite unit where cops go around looking for crime. And I was reminded that I listened to an incredible podcast series on the BBC a year or so ago, and it was called Bad Cops, and that was about an elite so-called elite unit in Baltimore, and the corruption involved, and you can see how people just slowly turn to crime and stuff like that. These things, these units are really very dangerous, I think. They tend to set themselves up as some kind of higher authority and go around taking the law into their own hands or whatever, and in the end turn to lawlessness. American policing is in a really poor state, I have to say. Right, let's get on with the not that it's great in every country, of course, around the world. Not that it's particularly good in many countries either, of course. I didn't mean that. Anyway, let's get on with the game of Sudoku. Now, just in case it turns out to be an easy level, a quick explanation of the rules. We might have some beginners. Each row across has 9 squares. You can see some squares are already filled in with digits. And our aim is to fill in the other digits, ranging from 1 the lowest and 9 is the highest, because there are 9 squares. We have each column has 9 squares. Yes, you're getting the idea. We place digits 1 to 9 in those squares. No number can be repeated. And then we have these small blocks of 3 by 3 where you can place digits 1 to 9. That's all you need to know. That is the entirety of the game of Sudoku. And now all you have to do is logically work out what goes where. And I say logically because it's not a game of maths. Now I'm going to start by saying there's a 5 blocking up here, and across here, and across here. And when I say blocking, I mean disallowing 5s from any of these blue squares, right? And that leaves just one empty square in the middle, and we are sure that a 5 must go there. It can't go anywhere else. Now, 5 here blocks across down like this. Okay, so that means that 5 is either in this square or in this square. I don't know which one, but whichever one it's in, it certainly blocks this square here. Now, this 5 here blocks both of those squares because we can only have the number once within a small block. And so that's going to put a 5 into that square there. We also have 5 blocking across here and 5 down here. So we can get our 5 there. That's going to... We can't go further with 5s because we're left with this pattern here, and that's not we can't do much with that at the moment. I can see a lot of stuff intersecting around this central block here, but it's a bit confusing at the moment because we haven't got much done yet. So let's try and get a bit more before we start working out that. 6 is blocked down here, so here's a 6. Well, I keep seeing things like restrictions, but I have not been able to place a digit just yet. So let's go through and find out if we can place any easy digits. Do we know anything more about the ones? Not a lot, I would suggest. How about the twos? We know quite a lot about twos. We know twos are up here. So twos are in those squares. Excuse me. Here, here, and then here, here. I'm not applauding myself there, you'll notice. Twos like so, and two up there. Threes. Here we go. 3 blocking down here, and across here, and across here. So let's place a 3 like so. We also have 3s in those squares. We have 3s in these squares. Right, okay, we have this 3 blocks all the way up to the top. So 3 is in one of these 2 squares, right? And so 3's block across here, and up here, and up here. So that's going to put a 3 into that square there. Let's try with the 4s. I don't see much. 5s haven't changed since we looked already. 6s. So what do I know? I know because the 6 blocks across here like this, I know that 6 is either in those squares or those squares. Here we look like this, and up here we look like this. We have a pair of 7s here. We have a pair of 7s here. Oh, okay. So 7 blocks up here and 7 blocks across here. That puts 7 into one of those squares, blocking all the way down here. 7 blocking across here. And here is the 7. Now, excuse me. 2, 6. Okay, 6 and 7 are missing from this row. And because they are in this block here, they can't go into this square. 6 and 7 will have to be over here. So to complete the series of this row, that's got to be a 2. Now 2 blocking across here, 2 down here, gives us a 2 there. 2 across here puts 2 into that square. We have 2 blocking up here. Now this 2 blocking across here also puts 2 into one of those squares, blocking down here, 2 blocking here, 2 blocking here. We get our first number in the middle. This nice white space in the middle here, which has got a lot of stuff working around it. I think we're going to find quite soon. Okay, that's it, because 2's will be left in these squares here, so we'll stop that. I have no idea what I was doing. I got as far as 7, I think, didn't I? Okay, so we have 7 blocking this square, and blocking this square up here. So down in this column, that's where the 7 must go. Now we have 7 across here, 7 across here, 7 down here, 7 up here. Here's the 7. Eight blocks to the top here, up here, and across here. Here's our 8. 8 blocks this square down here. That gives us an 8 here, and we can finish this block now with a 6. But I was looking at 8s, so let's see if I can get any more. Well, I can see something. I can see 8 and 6 attacking this square here. We don't have 8 or 6 in this column yet. So 8 and 6... Well, actually, let's do it like this then. 6 blocks across here and 6 blocks across here. Let's put the 6 there. And then the 8 blocks this square, so the 8 goes there. And now I fill in the last number. The last number is a 1. This 1 blocks back in this direction, giving me a 1 here. Missing numbers here are 4 and 9, but I don't see any help up here yet, so we'll come back to that later. We do have one number to get at the end of this row here, and that is going to be a 4, I think. Right, let's I was doing 8s. Now how about the 9? We can see one thing, because the 9 blocks this square and 9 blocks this square, we can certainly say that 9s are in those squares there. I don't know if it helps. Across here 9 is like that, so maybe not. Ah, here we go. 9 up here, 9 there. 9 across here. Let's place a 9 there. Yeah, that's... yeah, not much we can do about 9s then. Let's go back to 1, see what's changed. We don't have any completed digits just yet. Now we can finish off the 3s, because we have 3s like this, which puts a 3 into that square, and then we can say 3 up here and up here for the final digit 3, and now we have a completed digit. Just one number missing from this column. It's a 1, isn't it? Okay. 6 blocks here, 6 blocks here, so here's our 6, and this will be a 2, 4 to go here. Right, missing digits from here are 4 and 5, no, 4 and 6, I believe. 4 blocks here, here's the 4, and I'm pretty sure that's the 6 that we need there. Okay, 6 blocks across here and across here, here's our 6. 6 blocks down here, here's our 6. The missing number here is a 7. 7 blocks this square, 7 blocks this square here, that's a 7 there. 7 across and up, so that puts 7 into that square. 3, 6 and 7 are done now. Alright, I'll be there in a second. Here we go. 9 blocks this square here, so there's our 9. This is 4 then to finish. What's lacking from this column? It must be the same as these numbers, right? So that's 1 and 8. So this has to be 1, 8. What's missing in these 3 squares over here? 1, 2 and 4. All right, let's have another look. Okay, this row is lacking 1, 5, 8. I can see a 1 and an 8 in the same column, so this has got to be a 5 because it can't be 1 or 8. Now 5 across here, 5 across here. Here's our 5. And this is a 1 and 8. And this is a 1, 8 over here, wasn't it? So if that's true, 1, 8, 1, 8, this can't be 1 or 8. It must be something else. It's got to be a 4. 4 blocks up here. Here is our 4 then. 4 blocks down here. That's the game finished now then. 4 goes here. 9 is in this square here. The last number to place here is... Can't see it. What are you? Oh, it's a 1. Right. And the last number to place here is a 9. We still need to get a 9 up here. 9 across here, 9 up here. Let's place a 9 there. That's the final digit, 9. Now, 8 blocks across here. We're going to finish it off like this. 8 blocks across here. So here is our 8. This is our 1. This is our 8. This is our 1. This is our 8, and this is our 1. 1 also blocks across here, so we get a 1 there, but this is not an 8. This is going to be a 2. 2 blocks this way. Here's our 2, and 4 finishes it. So I'm going to give it an easy level. It's quite close to a medium, though. It's a kind of like they're like super easies, like the Guardian on a Monday, and then there are the easiers that are pushing towards medium level. And I'm going to say that that's one of the easier games, easy level games that are pushing towards medium. That's it for me. I'll be back later today with some other kind of Sudoku. Bye bye.